Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to the home of all things FIFA career mode. If like me you prefer to use players with a real face, there are some excellent former career mode legends who can still do a good job in FIFA 22. Kicking off with Alexander Merkel, currently playing for Gaziantep in Turkey. He has a rating of 68, but back in FIFA 13 he had a massive potential of 88. Sergi Samper, currently playing for Vissel Kobe with Iniesta in Japan. Back in FIFA 17, he was an exciting prospect with a potential of 86. Back in the early editions of FIFA 12 and FIFA 13, Brazilian starlet Alex Patel was one of the highest rated wonder kids with a potential of 90. My go-to left back in FIFA 16 and FIFA 17 was Jetro Willems, where he was an exciting prospect with a potential of 86. Max Meyer, currently playing for Fenerbahce but on loan at Midtjylland in Denmark. When he was breaking through at Schalke, he had a potential of 88. Roma's central defensive midfielder Amadou Diawara, in FIFA 17, 18 and 19, he consistently was an exciting prospect with a potential in the high 80s. Next up we have the first member in this video of that legendary Ajax FIFA 16 team. Jaro Wiedevel, back in FIFA 16, was an exciting prospect with a potential of 86. Back in FIFA 17, this Turkish starlet came out of nowhere to be one of the highest potential wonder kids with an exciting prospect potential of 88. Sevilla centre-back Karim Redkick, back in FIFA 14 and 15, he was one of the highest rated centre-backs with a potential of 86. Fast forward to FIFA 16 and FIFA 17, where one of the highest rated centre-backs was the Croatian Tin Jedvaj with a potential around 86. The second of that legendary Ajax FIFA 16 team, Anwar El Ghazi, who is currently on loan at Everton from Aston Villa. Back in FIFA 17 and FIFA 18, if you wanted a fast striker, you looked no further than Keita Balde, who had a potential of 90. From FIFA 14 to FIFA 17, one of the best wingers in career mode was Bruma, with a potential around 88. My go-to striker back in FIFA 17 was Antonio Sanabria, where he had a potential of 88. Whereas in FIFA 18, my go-to centre-back was Jesus Vallejo, who had a potential of 89. Back in FIFA 17 and FIFA 18, one of my favourite hidden gems was the winger Andrea Zivkovic, who had a potential of 88. If you was doing a lower league road to glory in England in FIFA 16 and FIFA 17, one of the best young strikers to sign was the exciting prospect Adam Armstrong. However, if you was looking for a tricky winger back in FIFA 16, you would look no further than Matheus Pereira, who had a potential of 87. The third member of that legendary FIFA 16 Ajax team, one of the most well-rounded wonder kids back in FIFA 16 and FIFA 17, was Richard Lee Bazoa, with a potential around 88. Now, if you've signed Bazoa in your career mode before, I'm pretty sure you will also have signed Breel Mbolo, who back in FIFA 16, 17 and 18 was an exciting prospect with a potential around 88. However, Mbolo's rival for the best young striker in FIFA 17 and FIFA 18 was Kasper Dolberg, who back then was at Ajax, who had a potential of 88. Another well-rounded central midfield wonder kid from FIFA 17 was Mahmoud Dahoud, who had a potential of 88. A recently added game face to FIFA 22 is Domenico Berardi from Sassuolo, who was a career mode legend in FIFA 16, 17 and 18 with a potential around 88. My go-to centre-back back in FIFA 17, back when he was playing for Toulouse, was Issa Diop. He had a potential of 88. Another wonder kid who came out of nowhere to be one of the highest potential players back in FIFA 17 during his time for Monaco, Man United striker on loan at Sevilla, Anthony Martial. One of the highest rated centre-backs back in FIFA 16 and FIFA 17 was the German international Jonathan Tah, potential around 88. During his time with Genk in Belgium, he was one of the best hidden gems in FIFA 17 and in FIFA 18. Leon Bailey had a potential around 89. He was one of the highest rated young players back in FIFA 19, with potential to be special of 93, Real Madrid winger Marco Asensio. Even before joining Atletico Madrid back in FIFA 14, Angel Correa was one of the best hidden gem wonder kids from Argentina, with a potential of 88. If you wanted a decent left back from FIFA 16 onwards, you've probably signed Alejandro Grimaldo, who back then had a potential of 88. The final two legends need no introduction to career mode players. First up we have Renato Sanchez, one of the most well-rounded wonder kids from FIFA 17, where he had a potential of 90. However, from FIFA 16 through to FIFA 18, the best midfielder in FIFA career mode was Youri Tielemans, where he regularly had a potential above 90. So if you are looking for a nostalgic career mode legend who can still do a job in FIFA 22, look no further than one of these players. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to tune in next time, but until then, it's FCG out.